This episode is brought to you by Iams Pet Food. When you choose Iams dry dog or cat food, you can see a difference in your pet with your own eyes. Healthy energy in 5 days, healthy digestion in 10 days, and healthy skin and coat in just 25 days. Satisfaction for you and them. Guaranteed or your money back. Feed Iams dry dog or cat food and see a visible difference. Visit iams.com/difference to learn more.
Want to shop Walmart Black Friday deals first? Walmart Plus members get early access to our hottest deals. Join now and get 50% off a 1-year annual membership. Shop Black Friday deals first with Walmart Plus. See terms at walmartplus.com.
This is Optimal Health Daily. What to Think About During Exercise by Leo Babauta of zenhabits.net. And I'm Dr. Neil, your very own personal narrator. Hey there, happy Monday and welcome back to another week of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. All right, and with that, let's get right to the post as we optimize your life. What to Think About During Exercise by Leo Babauta of zenhabits.net. A reader wrote to me and said he gets bored during running, which makes him want to just stop running. And so he asked for suggestions for what to think about while running or exercising in general. Such a great question. If you're bored, why would you want to do it? Why not read fun stuff on the internet instead? Well, other than the fantastic health benefits, exercise is a wonderful time to think, to practice mindfulness, to socialize, and to escape distraction. A little background about my qualifications. When I started running in 2005, I could barely run for 5 minutes and was mostly sedentary until then. I slowly worked my way up to a 5K race, then decided, not quite wisely, to set my sights on a marathon. After a year, I ran my first marathon after a couple of half marathons and numerous other races. I ran a couple marathons after that, a bunch of other races, including some short triathlons. Last year, I ran a 50-mile ultra marathon. Through all of that, I've spent countless hours running. I've also spent a lot of hours strength training and doing CrossFit-style workouts. I spent a lot of time exercising, and I love it. I don't train with music. For me, it's distracting and a waste of good thinking time. I've listened to audiobooks on longer runs like those that last 3 or more hours, but usually work out in silence, except when I'm training with a friend. Last year, I did a lot of the longer runs with my friend Scott, and for about a year, I've been training in the gym with my friend Tynan. When he's in town, he's always traveling. I've also worked out a lot with my wife Eva, and with my sister Kat when I was in Guam. I love working out with a friend. It's such a great way to enjoy exercise. You have great conversations with someone you enjoy spending time with. Build a friendship while building fitness. So, if I can ever find a workout partner, that's my first choice. But I also love working out and running alone. Here's what I think about while exercising. 1. Ideas. My best source of blog post ideas comes from when I run or work out. The movement seems to stimulate blood flow to the brain, and getting away from the distractions of technology allows me to reflect and think in isolation. I often have a bunch of great blog post ideas on a run. Pro tip. Carry something to record ideas on, whether it's a notebook or smartphone. I've lost good ideas because I have nothing to write on. I came up with a method for remembering. I tie each idea to an image, so when I get home, I have a series of images in my head, like a rubber duck, a pencil, a bell, or an apple. Then, I just decipher these images into the ideas I wanted to remember. 2. Some problem that's been bothering me. If something has been spinning around in my head, that's a good sign that I should give it some conscious thought. Why is it bothering me so much? Usually it's because I'm holding on to an expectation or an ideal I can't control, including how I want people to think of me. Then I practice letting that go. 3. Body mindfulness. Exercise is a great time to practice mindfulness. I like to stay present with my body when I remember. Feeling each body part in turn, like the feet, the lower legs, the upper legs, the buttocks, the lower back, the abdomen, and so on. Then I try to expand my awareness to include all of them at once. 4. mindfulness of thoughts. Other times, I practice being an observer of my mind. It's a fascinating phenomenon, your thoughts. Practicing watching my thoughts creates a space between thought and reaction. 5. A project I'm working on. If I've been working hard on a project, I'll give it some headspace during exercise to allow myself to get some perspective on the project, see what's important, and work out some difficult problem with it that I've been putting off. 6. Problems of people I love. If my kids or wife or close friend are having a problem, I'll give some thought to that and see if there's a way I can help. I'll try to feel empathy, to understand what they might be going through, and to see what would be helpful given their state of mind. 7. Reflecting on things I've been learning. Often I'm conducting some kind of experiment in my life, and exercise is a great time to think about how that's been going, what problems have come up, and what I've learned so far. These reflections often end up as blog posts. 8. The nature around me and the road below me. I love getting outside and immersing myself in the beauty of nature. It's easy to miss it if you're stuck in your head or listening to music or an audiobook or a podcast. I love running on trails or running through a city filled with blooming blossoms or exploring a new place with a run or doing a workout in a park. I love running in the rain or when the sun is falling on me like warm liquid or feeling the chill of the early morning and thinking I'm a badass. 9. The barbell. Lifting weights is hard, especially if you're doing heavy deadlifts or squats. It's easy to get lost in your thoughts when you work out, but that's a good way to injure yourself with weights. So I try to be present with the barbell, watching my form and putting myself completely into lifting this heavy thing against the earth's relentless pull. 10. The nature of reality. This seems lofty and abstract, but sometimes I ponder the ego and whether it's an illusion, whether we're separate or all part of one ocean of existence, why we suffer, and whether death is even something to fear. That's usually when I trip and sprain an ankle. And 11. How lucky I am. Best of all, I think about the good things I have in my life, from family and friends to dear readers and listeners like all of you, from food and shelter to work I truly love, from Tolstoy, Fitzgerald, and Cervantes to a body that allows me to move through a world so incredibly amazing, I can't believe how lucky I am to be alive. You just listened to the post titled, What to Think About During Exercise by Leo Babauta of zenhabits.net, and I'll be right back with my commentary. When you're hiring, it feels amazing to finally close out a job search. But what if you could get rid of the search and just match? You can with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
Ah, and here we have travelers in their natural habitat enjoying guaranteed 4 p.m. checkout at fine hotels and resorts booked through Amex Travel, and they don't even see what's coming at them.
We're in. We got the table.
Yep, with Resi Priority Notify, they're alerted when hard-to-get reservations open up.
Reservation for two? Save the best for last.
Thanks to Amex Platinum, the last day vacation brings yet another experience. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. I've tried sitting quietly and just meditating and taking in deep breaths to quiet my mind, but I found that I get restless and irritated. I probably need more practice with it, but here's what I found instead. Like today's author, Leo, I find exercise meditative, especially when I'm performing rhythmic movements like running, rowing, or cycling, I find myself very present in the moment. My mind starts to clear, and like Leo, sometimes I come up with a new idea or a solution to a problem. But it wasn't always like this. If you find you need a distraction just to stay consistent with your exercise, then do that. That's what I needed in the beginning. I would need to listen to music or something just to keep me running or on the bike or on the row machine. Eventually, though, you might find that it's nice to just let the mind wander, tune out the music, and see where it goes. All right, that'll do it for the Monday episode. Thank you so much for being here every day. Thank you for sharing this show with someone. I hope you have a great start to your week, and I'll be back here tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.